I'm Major General Andrew Rolling, Commander of the United States Army Africa and Southern European Task Force. The United States Army Africa directs and supports all U.S. Army activities with partner land forces in Africa, including support to operations, conducting exercises, and engaging with partner land forces.
My name is Colonel Brian Love, and I'm the commander of the 207th Military Intelligence Brigade Theater. Positive trends for Africa. Two that I'd like to mention are one, its natural resources, and two, its population growth. The natural resources that Africa possesses will drive a lot of the 21st century technology that we will see shortly, as well as its population. By the year 2050, we anticipate Africa having the largest population in the world, and with that population comes a lot of potential opportunities. We hope that the instability is minimized and the population can see the successes of all of its natural resources. Please allow me to outline four threats that I see to Africa. First is great power competition, China and Russia specifically. Those current entities are promoting ideologies as well as economic deals for the countries of Africa that quite frankly aren't in the best interest of Africans. The second threat I'd like to outline are violent extremist organizations. In the east you have Al-Shabaab operating in Somalia. In Central Africa you have JNIM as well as ISIS West Africa and Boko Haram, all of which are contributing and killing innocent civilians. And then finally you have Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, who continues to be a direct threat to the United States. The third threat to Africa is disease. As many of you know, COVID is across the world. However, more specifically, Ebola, as well as malaria, and including HIV and AIDS, is another threat. And then finally is political instability. Now, political instability across Africa is complicated by the previous three, but you also have to be concerned with bad governance or poor governance, which are creating these economic deals that leave most Africans out. Those are the four threats that I see to Africa and are continue to be overwatched by the 207th and my brigade as we continue to report these threats and enable General Townsend and General Rolling to make the best decisions.
Africa is key terrain for competition with China and Russia, who are aggressively using economic and military means to expand their access and influence. I believe Africa offers America a competitive edge over China and Russia, and we should take advantage of it.
The great power competition is alive and well on the continent of Africa. So when we're looking at how we meet the national security challenges we have to look at them in a broad geographical way. Russia and China are certainly very active in Africa, as we are as well.
I am Command Sergeant Major Charles Gregory, Command Sergeant Major, U.S. Army Africa. Africa provides a phenomenal training environment where U.S. forces, European allies, and our African partners can exercise a wide range of capabilities and practice interoperability. Exercise African Lion is our largest annual exercise conducted in Morocco, Tunisia, and Senegal. 3,000 U.S. service members and 3,000 members from 17 multinational partners make African Lion AFRICOM's largest exercise on the continent.
An example with the 101st Airborne, when they came in during our crisis with Ebola, it was a great help to us, and that is the kind of a relationship that we are talking about, not only in good times, but also in bad times.
Our African partners value personal relationships, and that is why we invest significant effort in building partnerships at the Land Force Commander and senior enlisted levels. There is no substitute for strong relationships with our partners, whether in person or virtually. You can't surge a strong relationship in response to a crisis.
With the Americans, the right way to go with the Americans. And what we learned was to have an NCO Corps that was now able to think wide, be reliable, and working on their own without the supervision of the officers. And that is the kind of NCOs that we had wanted to see. The NCOs who deliver without being subjected to supervision, confident of themselves, with a lot of knowledge. So I believe they're on the right track working with this.
U.S. Army Africa fully supports U.S. AFRICOM's priorities on the continent. We've stayed engaged with our African partners and have continued to strengthen partnerships even in a degraded environment. COVID-19 continues to present challenges and will for the foreseeable future. Nevertheless, we have soldiers conducting security force assistance across the continent. These men and women are training African forces across so many areas to build partner capacity and capability. In 2020, the Secretary of Defense allocated a Security Force Assistance Brigade to U.S. Africa Command. The SFAB is perfectly matched for our theater, bringing a range of unique capabilities and expertise tailor-made for our AOR. Working directly with our African partner forces, the SFAB contributes to increased security in Africa and showcases the U.S. Army as the gold standard.
Sir, everything is going really well. We've got multiple efforts, and all of those efforts are progressing at the expected pace. We're also assisting the Office of Security Cooperation in developing some other initiatives there where we think we can increase the synchronization and interoperability of the force. I think that the way we have applied the SFAB organization on this mission is exactly the way it was designed to be used. We are advising on multiple different fronts. Things as simple as small unit tactics and enhancing the ability to triage and prevent the death of casualties on the battlefield. Moving up the spectrum into institutional capability building, trying to help them develop a cadre to run their own internal schoolhouses, and then all the way up to kind of the operational level of creating a joint staff and working on the interoperability of a JOC. So really covering quite a spectrum of efforts. And I think that what makes it unique and beneficial is if you were to apply a normal conventional force to this, it would absolutely require at least a battalion staff, if not more effort. And when you take a battalion staff out of the fight, that degrades the readiness of our combat units and our BCTs. So the SFAB can handle it with the teams we have and the structure that we have, and everything is progressing exactly as we want it to.
The SFAB has provided an important capability we haven't had up to this point: persistent, sustained engagement with our partners. This is a phenomenal capability that elevates our ability to engage in global power competition on the continent. The SFAB is a game changer for USARAF and AFRICOM. What we can offer our partners in terms of training professionals is unmatched across the world. SFABs are designed, manned, and equipped to meet the high demands of our African partners. U.S. Army Africa's center of gravity is our professional soldiers. In every way, our soldiers embody the national identity of all Americans they serve: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Global power competition is happening on the continent, and China and Russia are competing aggressively, making the work we do at USARAF all the more important. As the commander of the United States Army Africa, Southern European Task Force, it is my honor to lead the men and women of this command. The security and stability of Africa matters to the United States and will play a pivotal role in global security into the 21st century. Frankly, there is no global security without a secure and stable Africa.